the Budget Aquarist here. I hope y'all are doing great. You know, I was listening to my last video I made where I was doing a walkthrough of a local fish store. And man, I sounded depressed, and I really wanted to apologize for that. I was just trying to be quiet. It was an early Sunday morning. My wife and daughter were sleeping, and I was in my office here and was just trying to be quiet. But I'm always in a good mood. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like being in a bad mood. So anyways, I want to show you some really cool things going on in the fish room, and it's going to be short and sweet. So let's get to it. All right, first thing I want to show you is an update of this 40-gallon breeder that used to house my two electric blue Aquarists. Just show you how great this thing is looking. I commented that I could not get rid of the brown algae that was growing in here because I couldn't keep any fish in here because my leaf fish killed them all. But now that they're gone, I've got a lot of guppies in there, and I have a lot of Cory catfish, a few varieties of them in there that are breeding. And this tank's just looking spectacular. Look at all this Java moss. This stuff was literally coated in brown. Looked like the plants weren't even alive. They're doing great. There's some of the Corys swimming around. Water wisteria is doing great. This stuff was just black fuzzy mess. That water sprite back in the back there, same situation. It was just completely coated in brown fuzz and looked horrible. So just want to point this out. If you're having trouble keeping water parameters good, sometimes unfortunately this is a situation. Got to get some fish in there to clean things up, and that's guppies. They are great for that. So just wanted to show you that real fast. Okay, moving on, I want to show you this tank where I have a male bristlenose with some really beautiful markings. I've talked about them before, but if you notice, look there up at the top, there are eggs in there, which is nice. I just put in a longfin albino, and I'm hoping that she is the mom. Unfortunately, I have another albino in there that's just a regular, not a longfin, but I don't know who laid the eggs, so we'll have to wait and see. But today I go down there, and lo and behold, what do I see? Take a look inside the cave here today. Well, first of all, there's the albino. She's out and about. But look inside the cave, what do I see? Oh, now there's two sets of eggs. One at the top left, one at the bottom right. So there have been two sets of albino bristlenose laying eggs in there. So I'm guessing I'm going to have a big pile of two different broods all at one time. So wanted to show you that. Pretty cool. All right, moving on to my Aquarists. These are the latest fry. They are getting bigger to the point they're starting to nibble on some frozen brine shrimp. But interestingly enough, I had commented I took the parents out and moved them to another tank to get them to not eat the babies. And what did they do? There you go. They laid about another 100 eggs, which I'm assuming will be hatching here in another day or two. Now notice they're very white color. They are fertilized though. They're often that way for a day or so, but they are definitely fertilized. So the parents showed me, they said, hey, you take us away from our babies, we'll just have some more. And speaking of fry, I don't know how many have made it, but in my tank where my Oscar had used to live, and I'm letting the electric yellow labs take over, one of the mothers released her babies, and I saw at least one of them poking its little head out down there at the bottom. And so she just released them. Again, you can see it's living under a log, where it's about the only place safe to live in this tank. So that's good news. And then I'll end things off with a quick look. I moved my Leporinus, or Leporinus, however you want to pronounce it, Leporinus fasciitis, striped Leporinus fish, over into the tank with the yellow labs, and he is thriving. I was worried if they'd pick on him or not, but they're not picking on him at all. They must understand he's going to be a foot long, but he's doing great. Just beautiful. So I'm kind of glad, like I said, I lucked across him at a Petco where they just gave him to me because they don't even know how they got it in their store. So He's doing good over there and eating like a hog and growing quick. So again, guys, thanks so much for stopping, and we will see you next time.